ago, His Lordship said to me, we should go somewhere. So we've got National Trust passes to go to different National Trust sites, let's say, and he hasn't been to one of the ones that I used to go regularly to, which was when I used to look after my grandson. I used to take him to a place called Wallington Hall in Northumberland. So he said, well, why don't we go to Wallington Hall, and why don't we stop in a hotel overnight, and then we can do something else the next day. So 2 weeks ago, we went to Wallington Hall. We booked a hotel 20 minutes away from where my son lives, but we booked a hotel and stopped in the hotel overnight. Had a lovely meal there, and then the next day we went to Belsay Hall. Now, I hadn't been to Belsay Hall. The Wallington Hall is a National Trust site. Belsay Hall is a National Heritage site. I think it's called National Heritage or a Heritage site. So we went to both, and we thoroughly enjoyed it. And I thought you might like to see some of the pictures of what we saw. Wallington Hall in particular, I thought you might like to see some of the videos and pictures of what we saw when we were there. We had 2 glorious days. It was beautiful sunshine, and there was one in Wallington Hall. For all I'd been there nearly every other week with my grandson, I'd gone round the grounds. The grounds are beautiful with flowers and everything, and it's really nice. But I hadn't done the I hadn't visited the hall. But then when I went in there, it actually reminded me that there is a room. People used to keep telling me, have you been to Wallington Hall? There's a room full of dolls' houses. So I was quite taken when I walked in, and there was all these dolls' houses, and there were also a little cabinet with all these soldiers lined up as if they were in battle. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed seeing the hall. I hadn't seen that before. And we walked through the grounds, and I remembered when I used to take my grandson, we used to cross the road and go down through the gardens, and at the bottom of the gardens there was a cafe, a little cafe, and like a cabin where you could get coffee and drinks, and there was a man playing music, and I thought, oh, I'll take His Lordship to see that. It was a boiling hot day. My hips started hurting, my knees started hurting. Would walked forever in this hot weather, and I said, I'm really going to have to sit down. So we sat down on this hot bench. It was boiling hot bench, and as soon as I got up, I said, oh, that's funny, my hip's gone. My hip doesn't hurt now. And it was because it was like a heat press leaning against the bench was so hot. It was like having heat massaged onto your hips. So when I got up, I felt a lot better. We got all the way down there only to find that there wasn't an ice cream place, and I went, oh God, let's get back. I'm absolutely shattered. So we walked and walked that day, but thoroughly enjoyed it. And as I say, Belsay Hall the next day was absolutely wonderful. I've never been there. You walk from Belsay Hall, you walk through the gardens, and you go through the quarry, they've got a quarry where there's lots of vegetation, and it's a funny, they called it a certain climate. It's an unusual climate where the quarry is, and they've got trees and plants that wouldn't normally grow in the UK, but because it's all closed in, you've got these amazing plants and trees. And then it takes you through the quarry, and you end up going to where the castle is. And again, they're building a cafe there and a children's play area, which is not completely ready, but it was a thoroughly enjoyable day. So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to love you and leave you and catch you next time, where there will be more giveaways. So until then, bye.
Just had a brilliant idea.
What's that?
I could buy this and call it Waddington Hall.
Dearest, where are the children? They're out in the garden playing. Darling, can you recommend a good book to read?
Yes, dearest. Try this one.
Unfair.
I like the way they've got clothes, the coat hanging on the thing with a walking stick.
It's going to be here in a minute. Oh, I read the Telegraph as well. It's the Yorkshire Post. Trevelyan.
Darling, we shall be having guests to stay. Sir George Otto Trevelyan and Theodore Roosevelt.
Just to get to the
Yeah.
Do you recognise the painter?
Who is
Recognise
it?
the painter? Turner.
Oh, is that Turner?
Yeah.
Wow.
He done them when he was 19-year-old on his North East tour when he was painting castles.
Yeah.
I've tried to find out how many castles he actually painted on that tour, but you kind of...
There's a lot to go at.
Yes, I know. You type
Do you know which ones these are? Is that Dunstonbury?
That's Dunstonbury, yeah, and the one below is Brinkburn Priory,
Oh.
which is about 7 miles away. I don't know what that condition is in there, whether you can go and stand in the actual spot and see
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you painted it from.
Very warm, isn't it?
Children, it's time to choose a reading book. Mummy wants to listen to you read.
You know, it's for children to play in as well and read a book.
Children, Daddy needs some quiet, so go and play with the dolls' houses.
Have you seen all these, Brian?
Darling, Elizabeth has invited us to her coronation. How exciting! Tell cook we will be entertaining this evening. We shall need the table set for 10 guests at 7 p.m. Look, children, it's been snowing. Shall we get the sleigh out for you to play with?
Yeah, you're mine. I pulled my hair out.
Really?
Yeah.
Stand and take pictures of the water. Hi everybody, we've come away for a couple of days and we're busy visiting Wallington Hall, which is a National Trust place. His Lordship is on the phone talking to the heating company who covered his mother's house, trying to cancel it because they rang up and said, why have you not paid? And we're stopping in a hotel tonight, but unfortunately the dress that I brought to wear for a meal out this evening has been left on the dining room table. I laid it out on its coat hanger. He was rushing me out, as he does every time we decide to go somewhere. And when we got halfway up the county, I said, did you pack my dress in? Because he was packing everything into the bags, and I put this in, I put that in, I put the other in. I said, I do wish you would let me do it myself, because I'm bound to forget something, because I'm not packing them away. And he said, oh, they'll be fine, they'll be fine. So halfway up the road, I said, have you packed my dress? What dress? And he said, if I have, it'll be in the bag. And I said, it better not be in the bag because it's on a coat hanger,
Right.
to stop it from getting creased. So we shall probably be wearing what we're wearing tonight. See you later. cup of tea on the balcony, yes, that's a nice idea. Drop back a bit. So I can just put you in the picture. This is a redwood. Lovely. Does it have spongy bark? Let's see. Oh, it does. Yeah. Oh, so wow, it's spongy. Handkerchief tree. Look at this. What do you think?
I think see if I've got to turn its leaves into
Oh, its leaves into flowers, aren't they lovely? And all the handkerchiefs are on the floor. And these are the handkerchiefs. They're just like, well, they're petals, I think.
maybe it's
They're the flowers, they're the flowers.
even
Which way do we go? This way? Castle's that way. Ooh. Ooh, ooh.